What's up, guys? This is Yasu from Propeller Live, and first of all, I'd just like to say thank you so much for tuning in to our 10th live stream. Yes, it's our 10th live stream, and we have a nice, beautiful background this time, so I hope you enjoy that. Today on Talk Story with Propeller Live, we have Laura Toyofuku-Aki joining us, and we're talking about wellness, we're talking about yoga, we're talking about meditation, but before that, let's roll that intro. What is up, guys? This is Yasu from Propeller Live, and today we got Jimmy and Bailey running the show over here behind me, behind the camera where you guys can't see, and we got a couple cameras, nice light setup, and nice background, nice little sign, kind of changing up some things. I hope you like it, but for some of you that are watching this for the first time, I'd just like to say, go watch our weekly vlogs because we work very hard on it. But we have a trailer video to show you to kind of give you a gist of what it's like so you guys can kind of be interested and go check out the actual video. So, Bailey, roll that video. Tomorrow is live stream day, and right now we're kind of setting up the lanai over here because we have a live music performance tomorrow. So we got our lights going on, we got a backdrop going on.
That's all I'm going to show you for the vlog. The full version is linked up here somewhere. It's linked up here. It's also in the description below, so definitely go check out the full version. So now that you're here, let me kind of show you a new video that we've been working on for Instagram Reels. So we got James to bring in a green screen, which is what we use to kind of make cool effects so that, you know, you can just crop out the background. So we're using a green screen this week, and we're going to make it look like I'm reaching out of the screen.
So if you would like to win a...
So yeah, so in terms of this week's live stream, we have Laura Toyofuku-Aki, and we're talking about wellness, we're talking about self-care, yoga, and meditation. So make sure you tune in this Friday. I will see you at 6:30 p.m.
Alright, so that is the weekly vlog. If you haven't watched it, go check it out because last week, or the last vlog, was about last week's live stream, and last week's live stream was the live performance on our lanai. So that was a pretty cool vlog. Definitely go check out the behind the scenes, and definitely go check out last week's live performance because it was so nice that I literally just play it at home while I'm like cooking dinner or something. So definitely go check it out. It's super nice, and next week we'll also have a live performance, but this week we have Laura waiting on the Skype call right now. But before that, I would just like to let you guys know that we started a GoFundMe a couple weeks ago. The link is in the description below. It's basically a GoFundMe that we're trying to raise money for Hawaii Food Bank. And, you know, all the donations, 100% will go to Hawaii Food Bank just to help out people that are kind of really struggling in this time. So $5, $10, whatever that you can donate, please go check out that link and go put some money in there, help somebody out, and, you know, yeah, help somebody for the day. So with that said, I'd like to move on to our first segment of today's show, Talk Story with Propeller Live. Alright, so welcome to Talk Story with Propeller Live. This is where we bring in guests every week and we talk about some topic depending on the guest, and we kind of talk story and kind of hear what they have to say, hear what their story is, and kind of share their experience or learn something new. And this week we have Laura Toyofuku-Aki, and we're talking about wellness, yoga, meditation. Hello, Laura. What's up?
Aloha.
How are you?
Hello. Good. Thanks so much for inviting me.
No, thanks you for joining us. So today, what are we talking about? Kind of give us the background of what we're talking about and kind of like give us the introduction, if you may.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about yoga, meditation, how I use them as tools for my own well-being, and to do some self-healing. And then now how I use those tools and share them with the community, specifically with Native Hawaiian youth and young adults. And the idea being that then they can use it for their own self-healing and also make the choice to take it back into their families, into their communities, and kind of share that aloha.
Okay, so how did you kind of get started in this whole yoga and community work that you do?
Yeah, so I got started with yoga. I competitively danced for most of my life and was looking for a transitional exercise or activity. And a cousin, when I was here in Hawaii, dragged me to a yoga class. And I kind of got hooked after that and just started going and practicing. But it was really at first as a fitness tool, right? A way to like stay in shape and work out. And I quickly realized it's so much more than that. There is a huge spiritual aspect. It is a very ancient lineage. And there's just so much culture embedded in the practice. And once I started tapping into that, I really started to tap into my own power for my own healing and my own work. So, yeah, that's how I got into it. And I've always been oriented towards community and helping the people around me. And it felt natural to bring this to Hawaii and start to do that here.
So okay, so what is it that the work that you do? What is the community work that you do? Kind of
Yeah,
tell us a little bit
perfect.
more about it.
Perfect. So I work with nonprofits on island and I build programs into their curriculum. So a lot of it has to do with Native youth that are homeless or drop-in sites. And that's just kind of how it's worked out now. I've also done this work with incarcerated adults and youth. I've done it at alternative learning sites. So, after a kid gets kicked out for being bad, another alternative school. I've done it at halfway houses, at hospitals. So I can really do this work anywhere. Right now, the programs have fallen this way. So I partner with nonprofits. I go in and do an 8-week curriculum, and each week is a different tool. A part of it is like talking about some of the stresses that people are under. And then a part of it is movement for embodiment. So we already know that if you can move your body, if you can feel like this is mine, you can start to feel empowered. Using breath for empowerment. I'm sure we've all done this when we're stressed. Take a deep breath, it feels better, right? So it's giving people those tools, and then also a meditation. And meditation is also storytelling, which is so integral to Native communities, right? So it is storytelling. It is just talking story and hearing each other and sharing experiences and knowing you're not alone.
So what is the initial reaction or the experience that the kids that you kind of have joined the program?
Yeah, so it's a mixed bag. So I do this work a lot here in Hawaii, but also with some reservations on the mainland. And the beautiful thing with working with Native populations is they get energy. They get that the land has energy, that the water has energy. So to do meditations and spiritual work on the land to connect with your ancestry, Native kids just get that.
Okay.
And that's awesome. Whereas when I worked in New York City, inner city kids are like, no, there's just concrete everywhere, right? So it kind of depends who your audience is, right? But here, what was also interesting was not a lot of Native people are practicing yoga. It's not really accessible. You're not seeing those faces in yoga studios. So a part of my goal is, how do we change that story? How do we realize that yoga is for everybody? It is designed to be for everybody. It is designed for union. So when I first show up in spaces, some kids are like, oh yeah, I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've seen that before, but a little dismissive of it. So I think it's just changing that storyline as well.
Yeah, because definitely yoga or meditation, it's something, when you see it, it's it's what you see on Instagram and stuff. It's until you do it, or until you actually do meditation or yoga, you don't really understand how it is to focus on the breathing, or how it is affecting your mental state as well as your physical state. So another question is so why do you focus on the Native community?
Yeah, so thank you for asking that. So for me, it's part of my own storyline. It's a part of my own heritage. So with that, it's also part of my trauma and my experiences. So it felt like a natural part for me to reconcile and heal. And it was a part of my meditation and yoga practice for years. So it made it the space I would want to share from. That are me, along with many other Native people or BIPOC people, have similar storylines. And that just makes the experience of sharing that much easier. And you can kind of find compassion and empathy so much faster. So it felt natural to go there, and it still feels like the right place to be. It's also not really a population that a lot of people are paying attention to. Maybe here in Hawaii, but in general around the world, there isn't a lot of conversation around Native and Indigenous people.
Okay, so why how do you kind of use this method of yoga and meditation to kind of help youth or the people that were straight coming out of incarceration,
Yeah.
kind of stuff?
Yeah, so actually, for those populations I was going in, so they weren't coming out of it.
Okay.
And that's how it is. Like I'm going into sites. Yeah, so I think the first thing, and this is like a really powerful question for everyone. The first thing is seeing that people are whole people, that we, regardless of our stories, that we are whole people. And then the other piece is that, yes, we've experienced trauma. Yes, we've experienced challenges, but we've also overcome those traumas and those challenges. So we are also amazingly strong and resilient and can persevere. And I think that is just as important, if not more important, than the trauma, than the storyline of trauma. So I really orient out of the space of resiliency, and it is a term called post-traumatic growth. And so it's realizing I can take this story and actually empower myself and lift myself up and lift up my community. So yeah.
Okay, so kind of digging in deeper into the trauma side, but do you think it's more like the native population is more kind of vulnerable to the trauma that you're talking about?
Totally, yeah. So statistically, and there's lots of organizations and universities that do studies on this, Native populations have a higher risk of heart disease, of lack of resources in regards to food, nutrition, education. They tend to also have higher rates of addiction, alcohol abuse, domestic abuse, physical abuse, and gender-based violence. So you see those statistics run true throughout the United States, as well as around the world. So yes, there is a gap. I think when we trace lineages and trace the history of these people, it is generational. It has been passed down from generation to generation. And so these are tools. Yoga and meditation are tools to say, to give yourself the power of choice and to decide, like, do I want to disrupt this cycle? Do I want a different future for my kids, for my future generations, and maybe even for myself, like within my lifetime, can I imagine a different potential, a different possibility? So yes, they are vulnerable. Those communities are vulnerable. And this is a way to say we are also amazingly strong.
Okay, so in all of this community work that you do, how is it kind of relevant to, or is it relevant to the situation we're in right now, which is, COVID-19, 2020? Nobody expected it, but is it relevant in any way of the situation that we're in right now?
Yes, so it is so relevant. I think, the byproduct of COVID-19 is that we are in a collective space of trauma. And so that means we are grieving. We are, as a community, as neighbors, state to state, we are struggling right now. So yoga and meditation are ways for us, again, to give ourselves breath, give ourselves space to kind of sit in the idea that, yes, it's angry, I'm frustrated, I'm grieving, I'm sad, my reality is being shattered, right? And I can be happy. Yeah. I can experience joy. I can recognize that I have a beautiful family around me, or a beautiful land outside, or there's a sun rising, right? And I can recognize all of that too, that my story doesn't have to stop with all of the harmful or difficult emotions. Yeah.
So I guess
so it is very powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of the method that you can take to kind of give yourself more space and more time to kind of look at yourself from a third perspective and look at, I'm happy or I'm sad, but at the same time I can do both and balance that. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and well, yeah, and it's not to dismiss that all of these things are happening. Right. It's to realize that we can hold multiple truths.
Right.
We can hold multiple realities. And I think when we can start to do that for ourselves, then our well of empathy becomes that much bigger. And then we can start to do that for each other, right? So then we start to see, I think right now the world around us and all the social justice issues that are rising up in the middle of COVID are powerful. And this is our space to come together from a lens of compassion and aloha. Like, I think this is where we have this beautiful culture of aloha, and we can come together and really say, how can I be better for myself, but also better for you? Because if I'm better for you and you're better for me, this is magic.
Yeah.
This is the mysticism of our lifetime.
So, in terms, that's kind of like rewinding. I'm kind of going back to focusing on yoga and meditation. But how in the beginning you were saying that even for you in the beginning it was a means of exercise. It was a physical thing to do. So, well, in terms of starting yoga or starting meditation, what do you have any tips for people that are kind of interested and it's like, oh, I didn't know that, but I do want to try. But it's sometimes difficult for people to start new things. Do you have any tips for starting yoga or meditation?
Yeah. So one, if there's like any sort of hesitation on going into a space, COVID is happening. I definitely recommend getting online. There's awesome teachers, awesome studios. Get on YouTube, Google yoga class beginner, 30 minutes, whatever you want to do. There's also great apps. So there's an app called Liberation app, and it's actually specifically for BIPOC and meditation teachers and monks who are BIPOC. And so they actually have really powerful tools of dealing with the world that we are in today and the generational trauma that a lot of our lineages hold. So that's a great app. There's also Insight Timer, several more, but it allows you to practice in your home. And at the very least, I think a lot of people who like to be outside are already practicing meditation. You maybe just don't call it that. So if you are in the water, you are probably meditating. If you're climbing up a mountain, you are probably meditating. So it doesn't have to be so formal. It doesn't have to be a formal sit and silence. It can just be about being present in your moment. And I like to practice from the frame of mind of making everything sacred. So making every moment sacred, every breath, every time I look at a flower, feel a breeze on me, that's my reminder to say stop. Yeah. Just breathe in this moment.
Right. Yeah, because it's so easy to kind of just forget about that kind of stuff and live every day. It's but when you focus on that, when you focus on your breathing, it's like, oh, it's amazing, I'm breathing right now. Or it's like, just put your phone down and focus on what's happening to you right now, right? It's something like that, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's put your phone down. If there's any recommendation I could give people, it's put your phone down.
Heck yeah.
Put it away, lock it up for an hour, come back.
Yeah. Or try going on a walk without your phone, or trying, something, doing it without your phone or something like that. But that's one of the biggest distractions we have right now, and kind of, it's easier for us to, take everything for advantage, especially.
Yeah. Slow down.
Yeah. So, in terms of, out of all of what we talked today, so what is a project that you're kind of working on right now?
Yeah, so I run 2 programs right now. One is with Rise. So they're out of Waimanalo, and they're an amazing nonprofit doing amazing work. And so they are transitioning young adults out of homelessness into long-term housing. And so I run a weekly program there. And yeah, check out the organization, see what they're about. I've been working with them for over a year now with their staff, their counselors, their therapists. And so I do this work that I shared with you guys today. I also work with Hale Kipa, and they do a lot of work with at-risk, high-risk youth. And so also able to get into their sites and do similar programs, and also in 8-week cycles, but I'm there twice a week. So we're able to kind of do a little bit more.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess that was a great talk. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about starting meditating, or focusing a little bit more about what's happening around myself as well. So thank you so much for the positivity and energy.
Yeah, and if anyone ever has any questions, please feel free to just reach out. I'm happy to answer any
questions. Go check out Laura's Instagram. It's probably down below her right now. Definitely go check her out. And so thank you so much for your time, and have a great Friday night.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you. All right, so that was Laura Toyofuku-Aki. Thanks again for joining us, and definitely go check her Instagram out. She's super open to questions, or if you want to start meditation or yoga, if you have any questions, like she said, go check it out and go show her some love. So, with that said, like we always do every week now, I would like to show you one of our videos that we did for our clients. We've been showing a different video that we've been working on for a different client. almost every week now. And this week we have our second video that we did for Taormina. It's about their safety protocols for COVID and how it's safe for you to go check them out and dine in. So, roll that video. All right, so that's one of our videos that we did for Taormina. Definitely go check them out. Their food is bomb. They're down in Waikiki. Go check them out. So, with that said, so that's a video that we do for our clients through our online video subscription plans. So if you are a brand or business, or if you know somebody that owns a brand or business and that's kind of struggling right now, go check out our website. We do commercial video services, and yeah, let us know if you have any questions. We can work with you, and we can help you make videos to help you promote yourselves on social media. So, with that said, I'd like to move on to our next segment of Yasu Did You Know?
Yasu, did you know?
All right, so welcome to Yasu Did You Know? At this segment for today, Ryan Bailey and me, we're gonna talk about some topics that are relevant right now. So what's up, Ryan?
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? For today's episode, we actually have a new person, like how Yasu mentioned. Want to bring it over to Brother Man Bailey over there.
Brother Man, oh baby.
Hey guys, what's up? Nice to be here.
Right on, right on. So do you go by Bailey or O'Bailey or Obey or Bailey?
Old Bailey.
O'Bailey?
I came up with it maybe.
Like Obey, the brand.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got it from. Like
Nice.
12 years ago on MySpace, and I never changed it. I use it for everything.
I mean,
That's awesome.
it's catchy, you know, it's like Oh Bailey. I wish I could do that. Oh Yasu, does it work that way? No, that
Or
doesn't.
Orion.
I guess it doesn't work that way.
Orion
Does
stuff.
Orion work?
So just to let you guys know, there's no point of us wearing headphones right now.
Yeah, I know.
There's no
Yeah,
audio.
there isn't,
It's just
yeah.
like Ryan likes the look of
Yeah.
having headphones
I'm
on.
actually trying to just pull off this ASMR.
Bro,
podcast.
you can't even hear yourself
Yeah, I
through
can't
those
hear.
headphones.
For those of
Are
you
they even
wondering,
plugged in?
I'm only plugged in. I'm plugged into my phone right here.
They're not even plugged in.
So, can cameraman just cut to this real quick? Wrong angle.
Wrong angle.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
There you
just
go.
plugged into my phone. My phone isn't playing anything.
Yeah, so
for those
there's no
you
point
guys
of the
who-
headphones. So,
Yeah.
what are we talking about today, Ryan?
So, two things. First thing, super excited to actually have this thing live streaming through different platforms.
Yeah.
So, for the past couple weeks, we've only been doing what?
Instagram and YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube. So, what do we have today? I think we have like five.
Instagram,
five
YouTube,
streams.
Facebook, Twitter. We got 4?
One
We
more
have 4.
Instagram.
And
Five.
well, we got 2 Instagrams, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
5.
Yeah. Which is pretty exciting because for our next live performance with Kelana, we hope to have 6 or 7, I think. So both Instagrams, both YouTubes, both, I don't know how to count, both Facebooks, and then
Facebook.
Twitter. Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook.
But yeah, second one. So on the Yasu Did You Know? This has got to do with TikTok. You guys know the
Okay.
Yeah. There's
I've
a
been-
big hype on TikTok
recent
right now.
trend
Yeah, a
going
lot
on.
of different topics over TikTok right now.
yeah.
Okay.
So have you guys heard about the whole filing your teeth down?
Yeah.
Filing
you seen
your
that?
teeth down.
For veneers.
No, not for veneers, but like people are legitimately filing it down to make it like flatter
Oh,
or like
make
nicer.
it flat.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
Make what flat?
Make
Like
your
if
teeth
it's
flat.
like different.
They're like shredding
Right.
off their teeth.
Yeah. So they get like a nail file and then they're like just going at it. Like
I've seen
straight
the
up.
people with like pointy teeth.
Yeah.
Is
I've
that
seen
the same
too.
thing?
No, that's different. I guess.
I mean, some of
Probably, for,
them
like,
when you see
aesthetics,
the
but,
one
like-
where you can see each tooth separate, that's when they're getting veneers. And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do
that
that
one
and
I've
then they
seen.
stick the fake tooth on that.
Yeah. But then
But
this
I've
is
No,
just
they
never
look
straight
heard
at
up-
of
do it for style, right? They do it for looks.
for this. Yeah, it's just straight up.
It's not because they
to
want
make
to
it
put
flat.
veneers on, right?
Nah.
So
nah,
won't you
nah.
have some short teeth?
I don't know. Well,
Some teeth are gonna be full size, some
Yeah.
are gonna be half.
probably, yeah. If you got like some that are like mismatched or whatever, but no, they're straight up just like filing it down.
Is that safe?
Probably
No,
not.
man,
Like the
there's
whole
like-
enamel
there's
is
like-
gone.
Like, won't you hit your like?
The nerves.
Then yeah, the
yeah.
nerve.
It's not
Yeah,
like just
it's not-
teeth. It's like there's nerves in it.
Yeah.
That's-
Like I already have sensitive teeth, so when I eat ice cream,
Right. That
Yeah.
must be
Like,
painful
ow.
to eat
Yeah,
ice
yeah.
cream if you
so
do
it's
that.
like, dude.
Oh.
But
What
yeah,
are
man.
people doing that on TikTok right now?
Yeah, or I guess it was like popular for the last couple weeks. But I don't go on TikTok. Like, you guys probably go on TikTok more than I do.
Yeah,
but-
speaking of TikTok, go follow us. Propeller.usa. And we're posting stuff on that.
You know,
Awesome.
the only reason we have Propeller.usa
Yeah,
is because Jimmy
Because of
used
that
that
handle.
handle.
You're not even in the screen.
So it's because
No,
Jimmy
no,
used
no,
that
no,
handle
no,
for
no.
like a test account, and then when we were actually trying to like make our account, it was like, why can't we use it? And then we figured out Jimmy
Jimmy
All
has
because of
account,
that guy, yeah.
and he was taking our
I
handle.
was like,
so.
who would have Propeller USA? It's so specific.
So thanks, Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy.
But
Get with the
so
program, brother.
what Bailey
Yep.
said, go check out our TikTok and go follow because we're ticking and talking.
Yep. Oh, by the way, while we're plugging in other channels, make sure you guys follow me on ryans.asmr.com.
Is that
where I have food reviews.
No, man, you
Yeah.
cannot do that.
Hey. You can do stuff like this where you can watch me eat and do food reviews. But I already finished my food, so stay tuned for the next episode.
Next week he'll have some food, but yeah. So definitely don't try filing your teeth down. Some weird challenges there are on TikTok, isn't there? Like eating those the
Tide Pods?
Tide Pods.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Think. Don't do that. Don't file your teeth down either. So I think is that it for today's. Ryan, did you know?
That's the very uninteresting fact that I have to share with you guys.
All right. So thank
Hey,
you
shout
so
out
much.
Kelly La.
What?
Shout out Kelly La.
Shout out Kelly La. Oh, what's up, Kelly? So yeah, so I promised Kelly today that I was gonna say, hey, Kelly, on our live stream. So Kelly is one of our clients on an online video subscription. So hi, Kelly. Hope you're watching and had a great time shooting with you. Thank you for the lunch again. So with that said, that's actually it for this week's live stream. Thank you so much for watching. This was Yasu with what is it again? Talk Story with Propeller Live. Next week we have Kaylana performing live from our lanai. We're gonna have a huge setup on our lanai. We're gonna be live streaming it to multiple platforms. So make sure you tune in on next week's Propeller Live on set.
Yes, sir.
From 6:30 p.m. on our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And yeah, definitely check it out. So I'll see you guys next week.